This brings us perhaps to, we know that we must change. We know now that we have a vision informed by our customers what we want to change to. Now we have the hard work of how to change. So it is an opportunity not just to go make the changes the same way we always have, but to reimagine how to change. We have to get from point A to point B, but there will be detours, limitations, challenges, restrictions. So we want to think about the best way to manage that pathway. One concept that might provide a lot of opportunity is this idea of MVP, or minimum viable product.
Yeah.
How do you think that might help enable better ways to change from where we are to where we want to be?
Yeah, I mean, I think that there is license right now to say, what do we absolutely need to do, and what do we absolutely need to provide? I'm not suggesting that large modernizations or technology projects have a lot of gold plating. In terms of there's an extra 20 or 30% of the product that you really don't need, but it's in the scope anyway. I'm not suggesting that. What I am suggesting is that this concept of the minimal viable product is a bit of a brutal review of what we're working on and saying, what do we really need to deliver? And what do we really need for go live? And what do we really need to push out? Because we do have limited resources and we have rapid demands, and what we're really delivering, if we really looked at it in a microscope, could 70% of the defined scope really get the job done for us? So I think that's where I foresee us going to in terms of the portfolio and saying, how do we deal with the inevitable challenges of implementation?
Yeah, and I think it's, the idea is that you're testing, you're getting customer input while you're testing your MVP, and it could be a people MVP in the sense that you had resources that were done by highly skilled, deeply experienced people, but you found out you could expand the service by quickly training new resources and have it done at a different level, or a process MVP, or even a digital MVP. Only building the features that you think you need, then you can always enhance and improve.
Yeah.
And I think what many people find when they do this is sometimes they design the MVP just to kind of experiment, and then they find out it's actually enough. That satisfaction's up, service is up, costs are down, and yeah, we could enhance it, but we don't really need to. The MVP itself is perhaps our final product.
It goes back to this push that we've seen a lot for agile project implementation, agile project development, which is, let's get something into the hands of the end user or the stakeholder as soon as possible, because we can't design these things and go through the SDLC and take 18 months and then churn something out in terms of a digital product. Let's get it in their hands sooner, to do exactly what you're saying, because I think oftentimes it goes back to everything we've talked about, right? A public sector organization, an agency, may think they know what the MVP is, and they may think they're being very frugal in terms of designing and implementing and putting it out there, but they don't really know until the customer gets their hands on it. And they don't really know all the pitfalls or how it could change. So the sooner we get something out there in spirit, the better. And again, I think we have that license now to say, we know it's not going to be perfect. Let's see what you guys think, and we think we have the ability to do that. But I think we've already been seeing this for the past couple of years, a push for agile development and agile projects. The challenge is that when you're talking about a large-scale enterprise modernization of a few main systems and a bunch of ancillary systems, it's hard to do that in a very short time frame agile approach. So we've seen hybrids, but in spirit, it's the same concept. Let's get things to the end users as soon as possible and get their feedback so that we know we're not going down the wrong path.